Hey everybody, this is E. McGee coming at you with Evan's Easy GPDZ, and I'm here to teach you all about number 17 in the JLPT N5 grammar practice packet that we downloaded from the website that is in the video link descriptions, or the video description link, whatever. As you can see, I think my wife got me this shirt, and I love Dragon Ball for the most part. Most of Dragon Ball is fantastic. Although it became the premise of all the "now I need to get more power." The newest Dragon Ball is terrible, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I'll stop my rant. We are now doing this is the night that I'm uploading this. I told myself I was going to do daily videos, except for Thursdays. At the beginning of the year, it was my New Year's resolution, and here I am doing it the night of. It is 11:18 Eastern time, and hopefully I can get it up on time. That's what she said. Highly inappropriate. To be more inappropriate, this conversation is takushi no naka de, inside of a taxi cab. Uh-oh. It's a conversation between A and B. So really, takushi is a taxi. No, it shows ownership. Naka is a location. But however, in English, when we say like in a location or on a location, those are actually prepositions. In Japanese, those are actually nouns. They are kind of like prepositions, but they're nouns. So they kind of need to be stated. Like takushi no naka de. The reason why the de particle is here is because this conversation is an action. People talking is an action, so we don't use the ni particle. The ni particle would be used for something ga arimasu. There is something there, or that's where I'm sleeping, maybe, or like that's where I'm, I don't know, living. Yeah, living, or somebody is somewhere. Okay, anyway, sumimasen, says A. Excuse me, sumimasen. Tsugi no blank 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 magatte kudasai. Okay, so tsugi no is the next. So, it literally means the next noun. Now, be careful. The next word doesn't have to be a noun. It could be an adjective that goes into a noun, or even a te form adjective with like a de after it, or like an oishikute and then another adjective going into a noun. So be careful. Most likely it is a noun. However, it doesn't have to be. Okay, so then we have the te form over here, magate. This is a verb, magaru, magarimasu. It's a group 1 verb. If you want more verb practice on your conjugations because you're just not getting enough practice and you want to just do it, the $10 subscriptions, I'm probably going to come out with at least one set of these verb practice, conjugation, agglutination, blah, 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 things every single week. And I'm going to post it at the $10 subscription level at Patreon and Subscribestar. I'll stop trying to pitch it right now. Anyway, the te form of a verb plus kudasai means please do the verb for me. It literally means... It almost much more literally means I command you to give to me, which is odd, but as rude as that might be, it's actually a very polite way of saying that. So magatte, magarimasu, magaru means to turn. So since we're in a taxi, likely A is the customer asking the taxi driver to please turn at the next something. Okay. Hai, wakarimashita. Hai. Confirmation. I understood what you said, and I'm going to do it. So really quickly, I want to talk about wakarimashita. Think about it means the word understand, and then we have mashita, complete. It doesn't mean past tense. It doesn't mean, it does, but it means complete. So before he heard the instructions, he didn't understand what he was supposed to do. And then there was an instant where understanding was taking place, and then immediately he now understands, right? So it is correct to say that by the time he's saying the words, he flipped from not understanding to understanding. Okay, and that's why it's past tense, because by the time he's saying it, the understanding has already taken place, and he's confirming that I gotcha. What you said is understood, understanded. I guess we do this in English too. Understood. What you said is understood by me. That sort of a feeling, even though that's really the passive tense, isn't it? Anyway, that sort of a feeling of that past happening is very much what's happening here. Sometimes we'll use the te imasu form, but it has a different feeling, which is more like, I got it, Mom. Jeez, I already understand. God, stop it. I've heard it said like that. Wakateru, when you're yelling at your mom because you're making sure that you understand, that she understands that she's bothering you. Anyway, the real thing is we have 4 blanks here, and we have 4 chunks. We have 2 particles and 2 nouns, shingo and migi. And we need to put them in the correct order. So blank, 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 blank. And then whatever comes here is going to be the correct answer. So if this ends up being ni, this ends up being shingo. Sorry, if it ends up being ni here, the correct answer is 1. If migi comes here, the correct answer would be 3. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is important. One thing that needs to be explained is that the O particle needs to be described here. Magate is a verb of movement, and thus we will be using it. The O particle with a verb of movement is the medium through which you traverse. To put it in more concrete examples, what we're saying is, remember that if you speak English, which you probably do since you're listening to this, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. So the sentence is, we go to grandmother's house over the river and through the woods. So you see, in order to get to the ni particle, to grandma's house, we have to go over the river, so kind of kawa o iku. There's other ways we could say that too, and through the woods, hayashi o iku, or maybe it's a mori o iku. So the thing through which we traverse is the o particle. The location to where we go and end up is the ni particle. Okay. When I was explaining this, I made a small mistake. I wasn't thinking when I said it. Let's talk about this really quickly. The ni particle here. I forgot how far I went. Let's go through this one more time. Sorry if there's a little bit of a repeat, but I'm going to edit out what I said wrong and replace with what I said with where I think I was. Okay, so we have tsugi no blank, 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 magate kudasai. Okay, so the O particle with verbs is, I'm going to leave the part where I sing the song, and this is through which you're moving. And then the ni particle with verbs movement is kind of like the final destination to an extent. It's the point at which you arrive. And if you think we have the verb of iku, so the final point would be in the song that I sang, over the river and through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. So it would be grandmother's house would be the ni particle. With a verb of movement like magaru, magarimasu, magate, to turn, with a verb of movement like that, the final location of turning is the direction that you end up going. Does that make sense? So you are going straight, and then you turn, and then you end up at a new direction, a new face, a new heading. And that ni particle is telling us the new direction, the direction that you're going to turn to. Does that make sense? Earlier, I accidentally got my brain screwed up because it's late, and I said this is the point at which you turn. That is incorrect. So if I screw up the editing and that stays in there, what I'm going to say is correct. Ni is the final location. So you turn to the right. So once again, it works like the word to. It's your new heading, your final not your destination, final heading. Just like with ikimasu, your final quote unquote destination, your final going is now the grandmother's house. So the ni particle tells us where we're heading to. Okay, and the O particle is telling us through which we're traversing. All right, so here we go. We have 4 blanks. We have shingo, which is a stoplight, migi, which is to the right, and then we have 2, these are 2 nouns, then we have 2 particles. We have ni and O. So shingo means stoplight, migi means right. So we have the question, are we trying to say, so there's no adjective thing here that can move us like adjective, 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 noun. We can't do that with these words that they gave us. So the question is, do you think they're saying the next stoplight, please turn to the right? Or do you think they're trying to say at the next right, please turn to the stoplight? And obviously, the correct answer is please turn right. And I want to point out that usually when we're making a sentence like this, especially because we have tsugi no here, we're not going to say that at the next We can't say at the next right, please turn stoplight, because that doesn't make any sense. So after tsugi no, we're going to put the word shingo. So shingo, it goes right here. Tsugi no shingo. Now at the stoplight, we're going to turn to the right. So is stoplight the direction to which we will head, or is the stoplight the medium through which we traverse? Now, both of those answers sound insane until you sort of dwell on it for a little bit. So just take a little second. One more time. Tsugi no shingo. Is it an O particle? We will be traversing through the stoplight. Or is it a ni particle? We will be turning to the stoplight. Hopefully, after that little pause I gave you right there, you think the better answer is the O particle. Hopefully, because that is the correct answer. Tsugi no shingo o. So think, if you think of the traffic stop as like an intersection. I mean, really, the stoplight isn't a medium. Like, we're not actually going through the traffic stop. Does that, or the stoplight? Does that make sense? But if you kind of blend your idea down to it's the intersection, then shingo is the thing through which we are turning. We're turning through the traffic stop, or the stoplight. I keep calling it the wrong thing. Apologies. And then we will be migi ni magatte kudasai. Please turn ni to migi, the right. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Sumimasen, tsugi no shingo o migi ni magatte kudasai. At the next stoplight, through the next stoplight, the intersection. Migi ni magatte kudasai. Please turn to the right. That is the correct answer. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long, but I caught myself in a mistake and I had to make sure I get it right for you. So it's going to take a lot of editing. One more time, this is the dedication I'm giving you. It is 11:30 right now. I don't know if I'll be able to get this up literally before tomorrow, but this is supposed to be for Wednesday, but it might end up being uploaded on Thursday. Sorry guys, I'm trying my best. That being said, you can help me do this by thumbing up the video, sharing it on social media, subscribing, making a one-time donation, paypal.me/EvansEasyJapanese. We've had 3 donations that way. Thank you, everybody who's donating that way. I'm afraid to say your names online because, maybe somebody will hunt you down and say, don't give him money, I'll kill you. I don't know. And then, or you could do a $1 donation through Patreon subscribing. And then there's the $3 level where you get the kanji workbook. And at the $5 donation level, you get everything except bonus practice that I'm going to be making. At the $10 subscription level, you'll be getting every single thing that I make for the website. I will upload it to Patreon and Subscribestar, and you'll get access to literally everything. Because I teach Japanese at my house and at my location when I make things for, around where I live for my students. I will just upload them on here, and you'll get all that bonus practice. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I got to get this up on time. Hey, peace out, guys. Have a great day.